the Lord shall be saved. Yeah. Does that make it pretty plain? I heard a story one time, and I'm all done. Thank you, Phil. I heard a story one time about this man who was a missionary to the American Indian tribes on the reservation, and he went there and set up a tent, and he would have tent meetings, and this woman came and believed in Jesus and became a Christian, but her husband was not a believer, and he was very angry about the fact that his wife was being taken away from him to these tent meetings all the time, and he would come and he would get drunk first, and then he would come and get all angry. He was a big man. He would tear up the pews and the chairs and throw them all everywhere and make a big mess there. And they were alarmed. So when he ever showed up, they would just stop the service. Service is over because he's going to wreck everything, you know. But one night he came and stood outside in the darkness. That's interesting. We just talked about people on the outside in outer darkness. He was standing outside in the darkness, but he heard the pastor reading the verse I just read, "Whoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." And that verse touched his heart. And this man walked in under the tent into the light, and they all saw him and they froze, and that he's going to come and wreck everything. He walked down to the front of the church, and they had a little altar rail there, and he knelt down at the altar, and then suddenly they all realized why he's come. He's come to be saved, to receive the Lord. And this man came, and he knelt down at the altar, and in a loud voice, he just said, "Jesus, Jesus, Jesus," 3 times like that. And by that time, they realized what he was doing, and so they all jumped up and ran and gathered around him to pray with him. But he stood up and turned around to leave. And they said, "Oh, no, come back here. You got to pray a little more." You know, you got to pray some more. And he said, "Why? Why do I need to? I just heard him say, 'Whoever calls on the name of the Lord will be saved.' And I called on him 3 times. You know, that ought to do it, you know. So what does he require of us? Just to believe in him. Amen. Yeah, that's all. Okay, let's all stand up.